Hey guys, it's Mark from Migraine Professional, and so today I really want to talk about my story through migraines, because as most of you know, I went through migraines as a child, and I got migraines through my mother's side because my mom, she went through migraines for a large majority of her life, and so when I was a teenager, they were really bad. They started when I was fairly young, maybe 8, 9, 10 years old. And so they were really, I was super sensitive. In general, I was a very sickly child. I was always kind of getting sick and colds and flus and stuff like that. Um, you know, like the yearly cold and flu and whatever. And really, I was just given antibiotics, and they would just wipe out my gut. They would wipe out my mitochondria. And now the science is kind of starting to find that that's really, really damaging to the system long term, and sets us up for a lot of different autoimmune issues and gut issues and parasites and stuff like that. But that's a different story. So, but yeah, I was kind of fairly weak as a child, and I was very sensitive to all the different. I was sensitive to smells, to sounds, to lights, to foods, and I was a very picky eater as a child. Um, I was very sensitive to dehydration. If I didn't drink water for half a day, which was very common because I would just play video games and forget about it. Then something would just like trigger me. I'd have like a hair trigger, just the tiniest little thing would just set me off, and then everything would just start getting, all my senses would enhance. Everything would start getting louder and brighter, and everything would start becoming more painful. And I could feel the head pain kind of building up and growing and growing. And I don't think I ever really experienced a visual aura, but it was just everything would get so strong and so painful. I'd have to hide. I'd have to kind of retreat. I'd go into my room. I'd get some Tylenol from my mom, some Advil, whatever she had. I'd go to my bed. I'd have to basically just chug water and try and kind of hide from everything, cut out as many different environmental stimuli as I could, and kind of just shut it off, and try and just cut everything out. And it would just build and build and build. And I mean, once it was going, it was so hard to stop it. At the time, I really didn't have any tools. I didn't know how to cope with it, how to deal with it, how to kind of bring it down. I didn't really understand prevention. I didn't understand food triggers. I didn't understand nutritional deficiencies or any of the things that I know now that have given me. I haven't experienced a migraine in what's now 5 years, over 5 years. And so it would just build and build and build, and the pain would get so bad that I'd usually end up throwing up, and then it would kind of signal the end of it. I'd throw up a couple times. I had a special bucket that was like kind of my own bucket that I would always grab when I knew it was starting to build, and go to my room. And so I'd throw up a couple times, and then I'd usually fall asleep. I'd wake up and I would just kind of carry on, and it was just kind of like a normal thing, like, oh, just kind of put it off. It happens sometimes, whatever, try and avoid it, try and stay hydrated, whatever. But it wasn't until later that I kind of found out that there is so much more that you can do, so many more things that you can do to avoid it, to prevent it, and to kind of heal your brain. Because what I didn't know at the time is that there was so much inflammation going on in my brain. And I didn't know how to deal with that. And so hopefully in the next couple of videos, I'm going to be teaching you how to kind of deal with that. And so if you want to learn more about my story, and how the struggles that I kind of went through, go to migraineprofessional.com/my comeback story, and you'll see it there on the website.